When most people think of Scottish music, they imagine bagpipes echoing through the glens, folk songs sung by candlelight, or the unmistakable sound of a fiddle. And yes, those traditions are powerful, beautiful, and still alive. But today's Scotland is also buzzing with new sounds. From indie rock to rap, electronic to soul, Scotland's musicians are pushing boundaries and making waves not just at home, but also internationally. Today we are turning up the volume and tuning into contemporary Scottish music, the artists and bands who are defining the sound of modern Scotland. Hello and welcome to the Scottish English Podcast, the show where you can learn all about Scotland's history, culture and accents. If you want to follow along with this episode a little bit more easily, check out the description where you will find a link to the transcript of the show. And do subscribe so that you know when the next episode of the Scottish English Podcast comes out. I'm Claire and today we're exploring some of the most exciting names in the Scottish music scene. Their styles, their lyrics, and what makes them so uniquely Scottish. The Scottish music scene today. Let's start with a quick overview. Scotland may be small, but it's got a huge musical output. Cities like Glasgow and Edinburgh are cultural hubs where music of all genres thrives. Glasgow, in fact, was named a UNESCO City of Music in 2008. And of course, Scotland has given the world big names such as Annie Lennox, Franz Ferdinand and Calvin Harris. But today we're focusing on emerging and current artists shaping the scene now. Indie and alternative. Scotland has long had a strong indie music scene. One of the most internationally recognised names of recent years is CHVRCHES, a synth pop trio from Glasgow. With their shimmering electronics and their emotionally honest lyrics, they've played major festivals around the world. Another standout is Lewis Capaldi. Born in West Lothian, his raspy voice and his heartbreak ballads have earned him global fame. You might know his hit song, Someone You Loved. What's interesting is although Capaldi sings in fairly neutral English, he speaks in a strong Scottish accent full of humour and slang. His interviews are a fantastic example of modern spoken Scottish English. Also worth a listen are the Snuts, an indie rock band from Whitburn, who combine energetic guitar with gritty vocals. Hip-hop, rap and spoken word. You might not associate Scotland with rap, but that's changing fast. Bemz, a rapper originally from Nigeria but now based in Ayr, is gaining attention for his thoughtful lyrics and his commitment to representation in Scottish music. Then there's Nova, a young black female rapper from Edinburgh who won Scottish Album of the Year in 2020. Her music blends rap and Afro beats and explores themes like race, identity and growing up in Scotland. And don't forget Darren McGarvey, also known as Loki, the Scottish rapper. He combines hip-hop and spoken word, often tackling issues like addiction, poverty and politics. His use of the Glaswegian accent makes his work both challenging and rewarding for learners of English. Folk fusion and Gaelic revival. Scottish traditional music hasn't disappeared, it's evolved. Artists today are blending old sounds with new ideas. Take Julie Fowlis, who sings almost entirely in Scottish Gaelic. Her voice is ethereal, and she's been a big part of Gaelic music's resurgence, even featuring on Disney Pixar's Brave. And Talisk, a trio mixing fiddle, concertina and guitar with high energy and modern flair, have taken traditional instruments to global stages. These artists prove that Scottish culture is alive. It isn't just living in the past, it's evolving. Artists singing in Scots and local accents. One thing that's really exciting is the increased visibility of Scottish accents in music. For a long time, many Scottish artists would sing in standard English or with Americanised accents to appeal to a wider audience. But now more artists are embracing their own voices. For example, Joesef, a soulful singer from Glasgow. He blends jazz, indie and R&B and often uses his Glaswegian accent when singing. Rachel Sermani from Carbridge in the Highlands sings haunting folk songs in a soft Highland lilt. And The View, a rock band from Dundee, the town where I grew up, don't hold back with their accents. For learners of English, this can be a great way to train your ear to different regional sounds and appreciate the musicality of Scottish English itself. How to explore contemporary Scottish music. Here's a few tips to discover more. BBC Introducing Scotland and BBC Alba often feature new artists, including those singing in Gaelic and in Scots. On Spotify and on YouTube, you'll be able to find curated lists of Scottish music. And try to watch live performances or watch interviews so that you can see the artists speaking in their normal voices. It's a great way to practice your listening skills across accents. Contemporary Scottish music is diverse, bold and full of character. Whether it's electronic beats from the Isle of Skye, indie rock from Glasgow, or soul sung in Dundee, there's something truly special happening in Scotland right now. So why not update your playlist? You might just find your next favourite artist with a Scottish twist. Thanks for tuning in to the Scottish English podcast today. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe and share this episode with your friends who enjoy Scottish music. And in the show notes, you'll find a list of all the artists that I have mentioned today. So until next time, keep your ears open for the sound of Scotland.